My name is Victoria Kapuni, and I've written a book called The Kahuna and I, a true Hawaiian story. Well, I think that we live our lives looking for spirituality, basically. And I think we are really spiritual beings here having a human experience. It's a little bit odd to say that, but that's the way I believe. And in order to get a happy place, I think you need to overcome money. Money is a very debilitating thing. It keeps you all focused in one area at just making money. And then a second one is if you fear something, it can be very debilitating to fear something. It'll prevent you from doing something that you should be doing or you want to be doing. And then there's love at the last, but there's another one in between. Control. Control is the first thing you need to learn, not to control other people and not to be controlled by them. And then you can live a peaceful as is life. And then of course love. Love is all there is. Love is, once you have love, you just drop everything. You stop your search because you know you have it. That's it. That was the way it was with Bill and I. I just all of a sudden knew. Actually, he asked me to marry him 3 days after we met. Yeah. And he said that he knew me in spirit, and that's all we needed. And I believe that. Of course, you know, if you have a leader of the two of you, he was the leader. He was the kahuna. And so that's what we did. If you don't have love in your life, you don't have anything at all. You miss everything. Love is all there is. Well, I guess I should begin when I started writing. I was totally grief-stricken. You have no idea. I drank Cokes and cake. That's all I did for like 2 months. And I sat on the couch, looked at the ocean, and thought, why am I here? What is this now? I don't have anything. And here I have all these furnishings in this beautiful house, but I don't have anything. And so I just started looking out at the ocean and seeing the ocean and my scenery out there, and started going to the computer. And in the computer it said my Sony, but in my thinking I read it my story. And so that's what started me writing my story. I thought, yes, that's what I should do. How does a person start in Philadelphia and end up in Molokai, the tiny island of Molokai, 6,000 miles apart? And here I am. And now what do I do? And so mostly I wrote this story to honor him. We had a very short time together. We only had 3 years together. But it was incredible. And so I used that spirituality of connection with other things and having things come through and saying, there, that's it, that's what I want. But one of the things that happens with the awakening in spirituality is deja vu. which many people have. And that's a very important step. It's the connection between the world as we see it now, and then it's the difference with the connection with the real spirit world. And so it's the juxtaposition of those two timelines that come together at a certain point when you say, oh, I've lived this before. And so I use that too for spirituality, and when it comes, then I know I'm on the right path. How do you know you're on your right path? Unless there are signs along the way. And those are one of the signs. Then another thing with my spirituality is connection with nature. It's very important for me to connect to nature, and for people in general to connect to nature. I think these schools that take their kids to parks or, do this or that outside are really good for the kids, because it's opening them up to the spirituality of nature. When you become one with nature, you're with God. When you become part of nature, you're with God. It's so, and back to your question, I kind of got off the subject, but I use those things to live by and to see what my life is supposed to be, and then I take that turn and go that direction. I'm here in this lovely book expo sponsored by Okir, who's my publisher.